Greetings! In this video I'm going to show you how to sequence a song in song mode. Check it out! Okay, so I've been working on this song called Getting Started. It is my quick and dirty MPC song. And I'm going to go ahead and sequence it in song mode. I want to show you how I'm going to do it. You can see here I have my project already loaded up. So what I'm going to do is push the menu button. And here I have all the options of the main menu. And so once you get to this point, you can see right here it says song. So what you need to do is push song. And here it is. This is song mode. And you can see if you tap into here, you get 32 songs right there per project. Okay. And then you can see also here I'm in bank B, so none of my sequences are showing up. So if I go to bank A, that has all my sequences. Okay, so if my sequences, the number of sequences I have were to go past 16, I would have to use these other banks. Okay, and then I have 8 banks, so I can have a lot of sequences. So I want to rename this song. I want to rename it song. Actually, I want to rename it Getting Started. Full. Okay, so what I want to do is put all my sequences into this song. So in order to do this simply, the easiest way to do this is to push record. And you can see record is blinking here. And then select your sequence. So I can select sequence 1, boom. Sequence 2, boom. Sequence 3, boom. 4. So depending on how you did your sequences, you could just go in this fashion until you have all your sequences. So basically, I pretty much did everything in order. So I got 4 sequences here. You can see right here, sequence 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then this is sequence 5. You can see 5 and 5. Okay, you can see at this part of the song, my BPM is 101. Now when I click the next one, my BPM goes to 111, which is fine. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going on. Now you notice I skipped this particular sequence because I do not want to include that sequence in the song. So just because you make the sequence doesn't mean you have to have it in the song. Moving right along. I'm just going to keep adding the sequences. So that's everything. You can see? Boom. That's my whole song. Okay? Okay, so the first number, the number 1, that's the number sequence in the song, and specifically the song mode. And you can see here, next to that one is a number 1. That's the number of the sequence inside of the project. Theoretically, if you went sequence by sequence and built an entire song, all these numbers could match up, boom, 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 boom. But you can see I omitted a sequence, so I go from 5, 5 to 6, 7. Now, this next part here is basically how many times you want to repeat that sequence. So if I wanted to repeat sequence 1 twice, I could do that. Okay, it's very simple. Now here is your BPM. Now you set your BPM in the sequence, okay, and you set your number of bars in the sequence on the main screen. Now say I didn't want this sequence here, I could delete it, okay, and then boom. Now if I wanted to add it back, I just click there and then click it again. Okay, so now push and record and doing it this way is the simplest way to do it, I find. But I can get out of that mode. Okay, and if you wanted to, you could just keep putting insert, boom, 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 boom. If you keep pushing insert, you just add as many sequences as you want, and you can select the sequences here. So now, once you're done with this process, you could push play, and it's going to go through the entire song. This is good if you're just recording everything from your MPC Live into a recorder, and you don't want to do any changes while it's playing. Okay, so basically this is like you're happy with your song, you're happy with your sequences, you're happy with your automations, you don't want to do any live editing. This is how you can do it. And if you do it this way, you don't have to worry about your different tracks and parts on the different sequences. And you don't have to worry about your BPM. So if you're happy with everything, you have all your sequences lined up, all your tracks have the same programs in them in the different sequences, then you're ready to convert to sequence. So now you can push this right here, boom, and then you can put it on an empty sequence. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, if I push main, I can go ahead and find that sequence right there from song 1, getting started, blah, 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 blah. Now, if you look though, the issue with this sequence is 101 BPM, which is fine for the first part of the song. But once I hit the B part of the song, the BPM is 111. Now that's not going to translate into this sequence. For whatever reason, the MPC Live can only have 1 BPM per sequence, at least as far as I'm aware. If there's a way to change the BPM per sequence, let me know in the comments. Okay, but now in this mode, you can go ahead and do different things, change your XY effects, turn the knobs. You can edit everything in the song right here in the sequence mode. Okay, so here's the workaround. Okay, so I have 2 different BPMs. So I'm going to have to make 2 different sequences. One with the BPM of 101, the second one with the BPM of 111. So let me go ahead and go back to song mode. I'll go ahead and pick a different song for the project. And this particular song I'll name 101 BPM. Then I'll go ahead and load all the particular sequences that have 101 BPM. So I'll push record and go ahead and load them up. All right, so that's pretty much it. So what I can do is I can convert these to a sequence, unused sequence, do it. And then I'll go ahead and create a second song, or a third song rather. And I'll rename the third song 111 BPM. So I'll go ahead and load up all the sequences with that BPM. So I'll push record and go ahead and put the B parts in there, C parts, and then end. Boom. So what I'll do is I'll convert that to a new sequence, do it. So now if I want to play live, I have 2 different sequences. I just have to remember to shift to the new sequence when that time comes. So what I can do is click into here, find this sequence from song 2, 101 BPM, from song 3, 111 BPM. You can see both of them are there. So I'll load that one. Okay, so I could go ahead and push play here. And then I could push next sequence, or I just turn the knob there and it goes to the next sequence. Now, when the time comes, it will move to the next sequence. And then I can still go in and edit like different parameters. If I wanted to mute something, I can mute it. If I wanted to mute it, I can mute it, unmute. I could solo. You know what I mean? You go to my XY effects and mess with my XY effects. Anything to that nature. Alright, so there you have it. That's how you go ahead and create a song out of your sequences in your MPC Live. And this is also the workaround if you have 2 different BPMs in your song. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up below. If you want more content like this, consider subscribing. Go ahead and check out the rest of the videos in this series. My name is Matthew. Whatever your art is, continue to create, and I'll see you in the next video.